Welcome to Chessington, a world of adventures. Please, it's 30 degrees today. Drop us a like. We're bringing you the updates from the park, including, well, I'm not even sure we're going to call it Wild Asia anymore, but we are starting here in Adventure Point, where you can see a temporary stage is gone up, probably for the summer festival. So it does look like we'll have some kind of summer entertainment coming back to the park. Now, bear in mind, the other stage hasn't been used all season. It'll be interesting to see if they are going to use both of them, or whether or not they're just going to use this one. Either way, it is the normal location for it, and I'd probably argue it's the normal stage as well. So good to see we will get some kind of entertainment to go with the meet and greets what we've had for Paw Patrol, and indeed the meet and greets we have for Cocomelon. Here provide our best views of Paw Patrol. Of course, from the top of Croc Drop is better, but we're not filming on Croc Drop for obvious reasons. And you can see that there is a little bit more going on groundwork. It does look like they'll be expecting track and support soon for the new coaster. And of course, this area down here as well has been done. And that looks like there'll be a water tank. So of course, we do have a water ride going in. You can see a lot of piping and everything for it. So let's get you a few views of that now before heading up to Wild Asia. And let me tell you, Wild Asia, it's not Wild Asia anymore, is it? There's a lot of rubble still on site, I will say. When you think of the height of this, bearing in mind they've cleared the area, I'd argue it's a bit lower maybe down at Scorpion Express than what it was. I don't really understand why the rubble's still here, because this is high. You think this fence is a good 10 foot. This is high rubble. So I don't really understand what it's going to be used for. Look at the size of my target.
Compared to that, look at that.
I mean, you know, it's working. Okay, that is crazy, Cody. That is crazy score.
I'm not sure I've ever got one I got.
Crazy. The new monkey enclosure is actually closed the whole of Amazoo, so you can't get any further than the penguins or from the other side where the Room on the Broom experience is, or Gruffalo experience, whatever the experience is now, you can't go through there. We'll have a look around the other side as well, but Amazoo is also closed. And they're literally making this much bigger. Okay, we stand corrected. Amazoo is actually open, but there is a lot of work going on down here. You can't go any further than this. It's actually listed at the moment, even on the app, as being closed, which probably explains why there's 3 people down here and 2 children, to be honest with you. But it looks like they just need the space to get this enclosure up and running. You don't often get to see the horses here. Or at least I don't often get to see them. Occasionally we do, and everyone says, no, they're not really here, but they are. And we've got an ingenious sprinkler system here. They are loving it.
The hut is blocked.
Yeah, they're out for the day. They got some water, they're happy. The Lorikeets are now on display again. Obviously their enclosure has gone up in Wild Asia, and we did tell you they were here last time we came. And here they are. I say that, I can hear them. Oh, there he is, look. There he is. We did say, yeah, they should paint this black, shouldn't they? It just gives a better view. And this should likely be used for the walkthrough when the planning permission is granted, which isn't quite yet. But the Lorikeets you can now come and see. Here is Wild Asia. To be fair, there's no sign of Wild Asia anymore over there. That's Wild Asia. How long have you been coming here?
You confused me.
Honestly. No, I ignore the fact we're standing in a tiger area. To be fair, there's no tigers here today, so no one stopped to look. But last time we were here, it is a good view, this, because it does show just how much has come down. Everything else has come down. So the station here, which was Cobra, has come down. All the buildings down the back are completely gone and exited. And you wait till we walk around the corner. You wait. I feel in honesty that I don't need to call this Wild Asia anymore. I think I can just call it land.
Mine land.
Land. Because it's gone. Like, it's gone. We'll get around the blue bit in a minute and around the other side and have a little look. Here it is. Here is what was Wild Asia. And yeah, it's gone. As you can see, it's gone. It's not like a little bit's gone, it's gone. As you stand back, you can see that this was the entrance to it. Now there will be a more permanent fence here shortly. You can see the wood poles going in over this side. And yeah, that's the end of this area. I don't think I will call it Wild Asia anymore. I think I'm just gonna call it land. I don't ever remember it looking like this, even in the transformation from Circus World. And obviously most of the buildings were retained from Beano Land, but I really hope they've kept the sign that was up here. It was in really good condition. And hopefully it reappears like the Transylvania one does, but this is just crazy. Absolutely crazy that this has been pretty much flattened. A lot of the rubble has come out. There's a little bit left to come out, but unbelievable, really is unbelievable. Let's just say, before we cover the dragon here, that at Tomb Blaster, the eyes were working. It's the first time we've seen them working this season. But look at Frazzle. Frazzle's imminent return looks like it's happening. His little pen has had a full overhaul. He's not back yet, but he's had a full paint. He's had some lovely bits added as well. This has all been painted up. Again, it's just amazing what a little bit of detail does. It really does. And funny enough, we're going to take a wide shot when we leave of this area, because I think people sort of look at Dragon's Fury and think, oh, it's not very well themed. And granted, I don't particularly like the shed over here. That hasn't been very well finished. But when you stand back there and look at all this, my God, it just looks spectacular. Here is the wide shot. And as I said, of Fury, when you stand here and just sort of look at it, I think it looks really cool, especially with Frazzle done next to it as well. That is definitely a view you don't want to lose. But all this, yeah, look at that. Something else. We finish our update in the car park. You can see the poor old gorillas come down. And of course, this is where Cobra is currently being installed. And we did say last time, this has been what we assume to be temporary tarmacked in order for them to get construction gear in and out. The entrance is just here. As you can see, this is where Monkey Swinger would have been, just here. And as you head down to the glamping down the bottom, that has all gone. Everything's gone. Now, this is a public right of way here, but obviously it is a construction site, so do not be silly, do not go in there. But you know us, we love to come and have a look at the rides and attractions when they're out and about and see them sort of put apart from a safe distance of the fence, because we absolutely love it. And things have been moved actually since our last look, and we can get a little bit look at the theming and some other bits. To be fair, when you see all these up close, you can see that some of them have been replaced. I mean, these have got the old Zampa sign on, and yet this one right here has a new Zampa sign on. So you can see that some of these have been changed and some of them haven't. That one isn't even readable, to be fair. Interestingly, this power source isn't actually Cobra's, because this is a Crazy Bus model, which means this is for the Jungle Bus. So the control panel, which is out here, is for the Jungle Bus, which actually we don't quite know where that is, in fairness. We're assuming as that is going to open next year, that probably is up for, off for refurbishment, either back at Zampa or indeed on site somewhere. There we have it from Chessington World of Adventures. I hope you've enjoyed the update. It is baking here today. Quite frankly, we've had enough. But please drop us a like. It means the absolute world to us. And we'll see you in the next one.